Matchmaking Secrets. Join us.
Hello everyone, today I have a great guest, Deidra from California, and she's a matchmaker and dating empowerment coach. Deidra, thank you very much for being our member. It's so exciting to have you today, and please share a little bit more about how you become a dating empowerment coach and what is your story?
Hi everyone. Thank you, Ed, for that wonderful introduction. Thank you for having me on here so that I can share my story with everybody. I kind of stumbled upon this career. I spent a greater part of my career doing research. So I'm a research scientist. But as I progressed in my career, I found that I was more passionate about helping people in their relationships. I would help a lot of my friends and coach them through their relationships. And I actually even started matchmaking a lot of my friends. And so a lot of my friends loved to bring me along so that I would set them up. So it was always something that I enjoyed doing, and I didn't actually enjoy. I didn't know that it was something that I enjoyed just until recently. About 5 years ago, when I got divorced, I started a new journey in life, and that was getting back into the dating world and learning how to heal myself from the heartbreak that I had from my divorce, and getting back into the dating world. So it was a journey. And as I progressed into learning how to heal myself and, encourage my friends and enjoy dating in itself, I realized that one of my passions was to help people to learn how to be better in relationships, mainly because I struggled with it so much in my life. And in my last relationship, that was really what catapulted me into this career, because I didn't want it to end. I guess this last relationship, which was really important to me, was a lot different than my marriage, which I had wanted. I was unhappy, but I made a decision to leave. And I think when you find yourself in a position where you are not the person who wants a relationship to end, you realize it's a much different experience going back into the dating world. It's maybe you don't want to look for a partner, maybe you just don't know what to do. And so when I found myself in this process, I realized that I needed help, and that I didn't have all the answers. So I started, coming from my research background, I really worked to, problem solve my own life, my personal life. So I actually started reaching out to coaches myself. My favorite coach that inspired me was Matthew Hussey. And then I had another coach, I'm not sure if you guys are familiar, Alex Cormont. And so he is very popular on YouTube. And I loved watching all his videos, and they really were so insightful, and they encouraged me and inspired me and helped me through such a dark period in my life. And as I started to watch the videos and realize the importance of that, and I realized that, personal development is the most important aspect of healing in a relationship, and finding yourself so that you can find love again. It's almost impossible to find love if you haven't healed from your last relationship. I feel like so many people get lost in what they're supposed to do after a relationship ends. What are the steps? What do you do, right? So that's where I found myself in, and that is where I started my journey into personal development. And then I realized that it was actually something that I enjoyed. And as I learned to heal, I also had found this passion for helping other people and helping them to heal and move on, and ultimately find their dream partner and bring love into their life. So that was my story, and that's where I'm at right now. So that's why I'm speaking with you. So thank you, Ed.
Thank you, Deidra, for sharing your impressive story. And it's interesting when you mentioned that you used to be a researcher, because I think in your industry, and particularly in 2020, one of the most important currency is a trust. And like when you said that you did your research work, like somehow you already built trust with me, because to be a matchmaker, it's really really important to be good researcher, have the analytical skills, and also like understand what people really want and need. So how do you build the trust with your clients? How people trust you that you can find the right person for them, for relationship or fun or whatsoever what they're looking for? And how you want to be known, and like in terms of what is your personal brand, how you want to be seen from the people who are looking for your service?
Okay. I think, well, one of the best ways to build trust and to really help your clients is really to get to know them. So a part of what my business is based on is really getting to know our clients, not just on an external level, but on an internal level, and helping my clients help, find themselves and get to know themselves better from an internal point of view, not just an external point. Like, oh, well, what do you like to do? It's really about teaching and helping my clients build trust within themselves. And when they can build trust and love and have the value within themselves, their own, then, it's easier. And it's easier to get to know them once they get to know themselves. So I think that's really important to me, and that's really important to my brand, is helping my clients really find themselves internally so that they have an external place of peace and balance, so that they can create and be more and create the life that they want, the love life that they want, and and teach them the difference between just some self-management skills that we all are really important for us, as far as like responsibility and understanding that as far as my brand is concerned in my company, responsibility is really important, because without responsibility, then we can't create the life that we want, including the love life we want. We have to, just like we take, our careers into our hands and we say, okay, this is what we want to create. We have to do the same with our love life if we really want fulfillment in that part of our life, And I think there is that idea. I think people want that, but I think they just don't know how to do that. I mean, it's really easy to do that, with our careers and our school, like becoming a research scientist. It's you sign up in college and you have all these people, these guides that help you get to where you want to be. You've got guidance counselors, you've got, universities. But when it comes to love, it's like, where do you go, right? You're really left to your own devices or what you've learned from your parents. And if your parents didn't teach you what it is that are necessary, sometimes they didn't know, then you're kind of left to being lost and not having a lot of guidance. So my company is really about being that guidance for you in that love department, and showing you the way to find and create the love life that you want. So peace, balance, responsibility.
Peace, balance, and responsibility. So how do you deeper that connection with the people that they start to be open with you? And do you have same results with the men and women?
It's just letting my audience know that I've been there and I understand, and listening to what they want, and really understanding at a core level that they are not alone, that this is not, anything. There is no no negative. There is no negative anything about the situation they're in, because what's most general is most personal, right? So, and just really listening to what it is that they want, helping them to listen to themselves, building that deeper connection, because I understand the struggle. Okay, so I think for my program and what I'm offering, I will connect really well with people who are open to new ideas. So my Manifest Love program is a 3-part program. And the first part of the program is really learning how to step into your power. And when I mean step into your power, I mean learning how to be open to, the laws of the universe and understanding your own spirituality and your own tuition and your own self-value, your own self-love. And the second part is, learning how to use the law of attraction, learning how to use the law of attraction for your benefit to learn how to master manifestation. So, and then my third part is matchmaking secrets, right? So how do we manifest love into our lives by using the law of attraction and learning. So it's a very different method from just going online and like swiping right and then looking for somebody. So I'm really looking to attract people who are committed to being open to new ideas within themselves and within dating, and people who are committed to new ways of thinking and to change and to seeking improvement in their personal development. Also, people who are professionals, entrepreneurs, but anybody who really wants to be committed to creating a love life for themselves. Those are the people that I'm targeting, and I want to help people who are ready for change.
Absolutely. And from your experience, like what is maybe some blockage for people who might not happy with their current relationship, life, love, whatsoever? So how you encourage them to be more open and actually see that they can do much more in relationship with themselves and with others, and they can explore much more and be more happy?
All right. That's a really great question. And I think the best answer for that is just a lot of people have fear. There's so much fear when it comes to love, mainly because we've all been hurt at some point in our lives, right? So there's so much fear everywhere. Fear, 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 fear. And fear can manifest in so many ways in our behavior and the things in our thoughts and everything that we do. And so like if we're coming from a place of fear in any aspect of love, whether that's being bitter from an old relationship or being scared to put ourselves out back into the world, and if our thoughts are of fear, then that are manifest in our behavior when we date, right? So then we're out in the dating world and we're putting out vibes of fear and negativity. So, and I think there's a lot of behaviors that we do in the dating world that really prevent us from being our best version of ourselves. And one of them is self-acceptance and not being ourselves. Sometimes that is one example, is self-acceptance. When we're afraid that somebody's not going to like us for us being ourselves, that is a great example of how we manifest fear. And so then we choose to be somebody else when we should just be being ourselves. So then we ultimately attract the wrong partners because we're pretending to be somebody that we're not, right? And then it's like, and then, you meet this person and this person is, mirroring back to us something that we not like, So I think fear is something that happens at a subconscious level. So it's part of like my first step of understanding that and overcoming that fear and ways that, and there are ways we can overcome that fear so that we can have a better outcome of getting what we want in love. So
thank you for sharing this. I think it's important to share even more and more, like that people really need experts in this field of life as well. And you mentioned before our interview that you are planning to have some beta testing online course and webinars. So can you share a little bit more about how the people in our community can find more information and enroll in the program if they found that this is something for them?
I will be launching my first beta launch. It is called the Manifest Love 3-part program, and it is a program, a group course, 6-week course. It is a mini course of my my bigger program, which I will be launching in October. And I will be looking for founding members to share my group, to share all my knowledge that I've been sharing with you today with a group of people that I want to be my founding members for my company. So it is a very exclusive group. So I will be working with people who really want change in their life, and like all the things that I mentioned before, who want to be committed to creating a better love life. And the beta program will be leading into my bigger program, which will be in October, a 3-month program, and then ultimately that will be led into a year-long membership for singles, exclusive membership for singles that have gone through my coaching program. I am also collaborating with some other people, other coaches that are working in self-love. I have male and female coaches that I will be collaborating with, and we will be working to coach, and so that we can get people into the membership group of, to have like-minded people with the same values and interests as you, that are open, because I think the best matches out there are people who have similar values to us. And the only way to really get that group of people together is to start with, coaching. So that is the direction of my company business.
Beautiful. So I believe you have a link of some landing page or for your webinar or something you can share with us, so people can see and enroll in the program. And I'm looking forward to see some of your beta testing, like their feedback. And it's great that we have now you in community. And I think we have many people from California already. So
Yes.
for all of you guys who are looking, and if you are from California, and if you think this is something for you, please be free to reach out to Deidra and enroll in her program. And my last question to you today is, during this pandemic and the crazy times we all start to get into, and now we are living in kind of new normal world, like what do you do to keep yourself, your health, and your relationship with yourself and with others healthy, and because of this social distance? So how you maintain the relationship with others as well?
I think, one of the things that I like to do is I just like to start my day off with a little bit of gratitude. It's one of my favorite things to do, to start off with the things that I am grateful for, because I feel like that sets your tone of your day and your energy. And another thing that I have come to enjoy a lot this pandemic is sitting in silence. I feel like sometimes, with the world the way it is right now, there's so much noise. We can have so much noise in our thoughts, within our fears, and there's a lot of fear going on in the world right now. So, you turn on the TV and there's fear, and people are always worrying and doubting, people losing their jobs and people losing relationships, getting divorced, so there's a lot of noise, and I guess that's what I would call noise, just negative, worrying, bad energy, doubting. And so what I do to avoid all that is I sit in silence. When I feel like when I'm overthinking a situation, and I don't have a solution to it, I sit with myself and I just sit. I think it's one of the best ways to calm your mind. And if you are looking to be creative, or if you're looking for an answer, it's really easy to just sit with yourself. And normally, it's great, because I have found that I've become so creative and I have so much energy, the days after I just sit, even if it's like, usually I do, once a month I'll do like a 4-hour silence. And then, every week I'll do like a 2-hour silence. So.
Wow. That's amazing. I try to practice silence, and I have to say I can maybe succeed 10, 15 minutes, and then my mind just will go away.
Oh, wow. Well, it's a good challenge for you to try 1 hour. It's a great,
maybe I
you
will
will
need your help. One-on-one.
yes, and you will have a burst of energy, and all of your like you will just become so creative. It is amazing what it can do for you. It is
Thank you
amazing.
so much for sharing. This is a great advice, and I encourage all people to try to practice silence. It seems like easy, but try, and then I'm looking forward to hearing your feedback. Deidra, thank you so much for sharing your story, and I'm so happy that we have you in community, that you will help us with your research, with your passion, with your experience, everything you actually went through to help all people who are looking for happiness and to improve their relationship. Now we have you, and please be free to share all your insights. And when you have a webinar or program, please be free to share with us. And we're looking forward to see your progress and happy clients.
Yes, thank you so much for having me. Thank you for letting me share my story, and thank you for letting me have this wonderful interview. It was really great. Thank you so much.
Thank you.